Hello from my hotel room in Melbourne. We are gonna do this week's new makeup releases, 2015, maybe even 14 style, on the floor of my bedroom, and we are gonna chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peek. I'm gonna let you know whether or not I want to pick this up, then you let me know down in the comment how you feel about this. And I know that this episode is a little bit different because I am out and about, I am traveling with my husband, but I still hope you enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to press like. It really helps out, but let's jump in. I'm so excited to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Factor. Factor is a meal delivery service that will deliver already cooked meals straight to your door. These are refrigerated, never frozen, fresh meals that you pop into the microwaves, and 2 minutes later, you already have your dinner or your lunch or your snack done. Honestly, this has been so great for me and my husband. We don't mind cooking, but I really don't like going to the grocery store, and I really don't like planning what to eat every week. Just takes up too much time, it's too stressful, and we both have very time-consuming jobs. It is not unusual for us to start thinking about dinner at 8 or 9 p.m. at night. So with Factor, that just takes this whole problem out of the equation. We take one of these meals out of the fridge, pop them into the microwave, and we have dinner in 2 minutes. On those stressful days where you just don't have time to, well, go to the grocery store, and you really don't have time to cook either, it's also perfect for those stressful days when you need a fast and quick lunch and you don't want to cook anything, maybe you don't have leftovers. These are just such a great addition to my fridge for having a tasty, quick, dietitian approved meal, and they have so many different meal plans as well. Maybe you are looking for me, like me and my husband, we do the vegetarian meals, but we also have Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, Vegan. There are different options to choose from, and the menu changes from every week so that you don't end up getting bored. Factor also offers a lot of different snack options. I love their smoothies and I love their juices. Their juices are such a great thing, especially for me when I want to have like a snack midday or when I want to have like an easy breakfast. I'm not a breakfast girly. I usually do a cup of coffee for breakfast, but with these really nice juices that are not overly sweet, just really tasty. And for me, it's the perfect addition to my breakfast coffee, just something to keep me going when I'm not in the mood for like an actual breakfast. Another thing that I really love with the Factor subscription is how flexible it is. Maybe you need to skip a week, maybe you need to change your meals. You can do 4 to 18 meals a week. It's such a flexible plan so that you always get as many as you need. And I just love having a couple of these in my fridge, again, for those stressful days or for those days where you just don't feel like cooking. You know that I'm also such a big fan of HelloFresh, and HelloFresh actually owns Factor. So it's the same great delivery system, taste, service. The difference is with Factor, the meals are already cooked for you, and with HelloFresh, you cook the meals yourself. I think the combo between the two has been a great solution for me and my husband because, like I said, we love cooking together, and I love having HelloFresh at home. We have our own subscription, but Factor is just such a great add-on for us. So head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code Angelica50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code Angelica50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month of orders. And if nothing else, go down to the link and check out their menu. They have so many tasty things to choose from. It's like ordering from a restaurant menu, but you don't have to leave the house. Who doesn't love that? So thank you again so much, Factor, for sponsoring this video. I am one big fan. I didn't film this look. I honestly was just like enjoying myself, doing my makeup, sitting here in front of the window, listening to some YouTube videos, and I didn't film it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't film it. It is what it is, but I really did enjoy myself. I'm using a bunch of Ensley Rain eyeshadows, and I'm using one of the matte liquid lipsticks, the new ones from ABH, which I absolutely love. So let me scoochy so that we can fit some things here. If anything is weird, if the sound, if the lighting, I'm filming this on the vlog camera. It's stacked on a pile of books. It's old school right now. Let's start with talking about the new release from Gourmande Girls. I am pretty sure that this one is releasing today as you're seeing this. I am currently in the future right now, so I'm actually filming this on my Thursday morning, but your Wednesday now, like your, I don't know what you are, maybe you're in Australia too, but like where I usually am, Texas, like Wednesday night, but this one is releasing on Friday, and this is the new Gourmande Girl Cosmetics Calavera palette. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Spanish is not one of my languages, unfortunately. This is a little bit of an almost rainbow bright palette to celebrate, or to not celebrate, but like honor the Day of the Dead. The owner of Gourmande Girl, Christina, who is also living in Texas, in Austin actually, her grandparents is from Mexico, so she wanted to do something to honor them. And this palette is probably, I think, the biggest palette that Gourmande Girls have ever done. And I got, so this picture is my own picture, and I got this palette just as I was leaving, and this was the last PR package I opened and took a picture of before I left. So I have not had the time to swatch this or play with this or anything, but it looks really fun. And what I really like about this, it's that it is a rainbow palette, but it has a white and a black, it has some neons, it has some pastels, it has some bright shades, and it also has some really interesting shimmers. And you can see the shimmer that's down on the bottom. It's almost like a marbled iridescent shimmer, and I cannot wait to play with that one. It's going to be so much fun. So yeah, this is definitely something that I am going to be jumping into when I get back from my vacation. And we also have, and I think I mentioned this last week, Glamlite is doing collab with Hostess, like Twinkies and cupcakes, and I don't think I've ever had anything from Hostess, but I also, and don't come for me, don't cancel me, I'm not, American baking is not my favorite. And I say that encompassing everything from Twinkies to what you can get at a bakery. I haven't been enthralled with the flavors, and I think it's because for me the flavor is usually just sugar. So I have never tried this. I don't think I am missing out. Let me know if you think I'm missing out. Maybe I should try it. But they're doing a collab with Hostess. So this is a cupcakes body butter that's like, I'm guessing like vanilla scented, because there's also a lip care duo that is vanilla lip mask and lip scrub. Then there is a Twinkies lip kit, and it is a vanilla scented lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. It looks like, you can see that at the bottom here, it looks like it's like a lighter, almost sponge cake like color to it, and then you can get the full collection as well. This isn't for me, and I think the lip set actually looks really cute, and if I was making an order from Glamlite, I'd probably buy it. I don't use a lot of lip care stuff, and I don't use a lot of like butters and stuff, honestly, because I don't really have dry skin. Sometimes I'll use a little bit, but it's so little. I usually use a Sol de Janeiro lip butter that I got years ago as PR, and I'm still using it. I did recently I got a body butter from Kopari in PR, and you know what, I really like it. It has a very faint sweet smell. I don't like when they're too overpowering in smell, because I don't want them to compete with the fragrance that I got going on. But I think that this is for someone, but it's not for me. I also will say, I think the packaging is not my favorite. I think it looks a little slapping a sticker on something, and it's not my absolute personal favorite. Also, something that is waiting for me at home when I get back, so I don't have my own picture of this, is the new collection, or the new palette from Beauté Bar, and this is their Halloween palette that is called Vamp. This one, I'd have a code with Beauté Bar you can use. I think I popped up a code with some of the other things as well. If you are ordering from somewhere, you can always try out my code and see if it works. Usually it will get you 10% off. This palette is a gray, red, purple palette. Grays are not my favorite. You know this, grays are not the kind of colors that I use the most. I know they're other people's favorites. I think that's something to like keep in mind. I don't say gray eyeshadow is ugly and it's not for anyone. It's not my favorite color. I wear it sometimes, but it's like my least favorite color to work with. But there are purples and reds in here, and I love the combo between purple and red, especially if I can do, I love the contrast between cool tones and warm tones, and Beauté Bar has an amazing amazing formula. I did swatch and I put up a bunch of content on Instagram about the palette they had before that was called the Poison Garden palette. I also put because a bunch of you were telling me that when and if I can, I put any tutorials or shorts on Instagram, I'll put them on YouTube as well. So I did have a couple of shorts go up here on YouTube as well, in case you want to see some tutorials or some demos. It's not instead of long form like videos, it's just something extra that I put up in case you're interested. I think that this looks really pretty. I'm sure that the quality is going to be great. With that being said, I don't think this will be my favorite Bella Beauté bar palette. Not because of the quality, but because there are like 4 shades in here that are like gray tones that I probably will not get a lot of use out of. But if you love grays and you don't want to have an all gray palette, you want to have some options, I have not tried this palette, but Bella Beauté bar has a great formula, and I'm sure that this one will have that as well. I thought this actually looked really cute. This is Catrice and Essence are doing a collab with Disney's or like Pixar's Up. I actually think that these pieces look really beautiful. I will leave a link down below so that you can have a peek at these and like see if any of these are for you, because the makeup bag is actually pretty cute. There are some really fun stuff in here, and I was kind of impressed with like how they executed this collection. Do I need it? Absolutely not. But that doesn't mean that I don't think that there are cute things in here. Have I tried a lot of Catrice and Essence makeup? Not really. Not that I'm against it, but I just haven't really come across it. I tried an Essence eyeshadow palette and I really did not personally like it. I thought the quality was very subpar, and I also thought that like the cost of it wasn't that much, but I'm also like, you can get better than this for like a similar price at another brand. But I think this collection is cute. I like Up. It's actually been quite a long time since I sat down and actually watched Up. It's such a cute movie. I haven't seen it in quite a bit. And also, speaking of Glamlite, and I think I mentioned this a while ago, but I'm gonna mention it again. Giselle, the owner of Glamlite, has said that they are gonna have back-to-back releases for a little bit. So if you think that there's gonna be a lot of Glamlite coming up, they have already like said there is going to be a lot of Glamlite coming up. They're also doing a collab with Coca-Cola. This, to me, honestly, I think this is epic. I think this is really cool. I mean, Coca-Cola is one of the most well-known brands in the world. And I don't say that just saying it lightly. I literally mean Coca-Cola is, I think, top 3, one of the most well-known brands throughout the world. So for them to be able to do a collab with Glamlite, honestly, it's very impressive. I think it's pretty cool. Do I need this? I don't know. I think they're doing like a lip kit, and it seems like there is like a PR box with a bunch of different things in it. I don't, as I'm filming this, as I'm sitting down here, I don't know exactly what this will be, but I think I heard rumors in the corridors that there's going to be like a lip kit at least. If there is an eyeshadow palette in this collection and I don't get this in PR, I will buy the eyeshadow palette because I do want to own that, especially if it is like a white and red, maybe a silver kind of a palette, because I love red eyeshadow and I really like Glamlite's formula, especially if they're doing, because I do think that Glamlite has 2 different formulas, and I'm kind of hoping, fingers crossed, and also like if they're doing a collab with someone as epic as Coca-Cola, I'm kind of hoping that they're really like bringing it. But if it's the good Glamlite formula, I will want to own if there's a product category that I like from Glamlite. So I'm thinking, if I don't get it in PR, I will at least pick up something, but maybe not the full collection. We have seen a couple of holiday collections. Let's start with, this is Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the 2024 holiday collection from Charlotte Tilbury. This is supposedly available right now. Again, I will link it down below. This is a Pillow Talk, of course there is, Beautyverse Love palette. So it is a 9-pan palette. I think this palette looks very Charlotte Tilbury. I think people like this quality. I feel like I remember seeing a review from Lauren May Beauty and she was saying that she liked it but maybe didn't love it. Now I feel unsure. Now I feel unsure whether or not, but there are also single shadows in here, and I do feel like she really loved those, right? I will not get luxury makeup singles, and I say this only because I've swatched a lot of these shadows. The Chantecaille, the Charlotte Tilbury's, those like special shadows from luxury brands, they're fine, but they're too costly for what it is. You can get, I mean, they're good, they're great single shadows, but you can get that quality in an indie palette that has special shades. And then you will, for the cost of 2 single shadows, you can instead get a full palette. So I will never spend my money on that, simply because I look at these, I swatch them, and I'm like, I have this. I don't need to get singles, but I do think there are a lot of people out there that do love getting a single like this from Charlotte Tilbury, and if you're that person, I heard that these singles are great. I just will not be picking them up myself. There is also a holiday collection from MAC. It seems like this year they're doing a golden packaging with almost like a red art deco like pattern on it. It seems to be some really cute thing. There is, per usual, the lipstick vault set. MAC always does this for holidays. There are some cheek duos, there are some eyeshadow palettes, there are some full-size lipsticks, and are those cream blushes? Oh, there is a slime all over highlighter in a gold as well. That's interesting. Okay, so there are frost lipsticks, a red frost lipstick. I want that. I might get that. Is this available? Okay, and there are some cream blushes. Am I selling myself on this thing? Or should I get in a little bit more light? Does it seem like it's a little dark? Is that better? Oh, there's a little bit more light. Again, we're on the floor in my hotel bedroom. Do I want a cream blush as well? When is this available? When is this available? Coming soon. I don't love metallic lipsticks, but I don't like metallic lipsticks unless it's a metallic red. I don't want metallic nudes, I don't want metallic purples, I don't want metallic pinks. Metallic reds, absolutely. Sign me the fluff up. I'll take all of them. So honestly, a metallic red lipstick, I used to have one from Jouer. If you have been here since like me using the metallic red lipstick from Jouer, you're the true OG, okay? You're like old school. But here's the shade. Doesn't it look like a really good one? I might get that. I might get that. That might be the one thing from this video where I'm like, I might get that. Another thing that I think people are going to be super intrigued by is that Patrick Ta seems to be doing a collab with Barbie. We have seen some of these things before. He has been sneak peeking that these things are coming, and it is a cream powder blush duo, and then there is a lip gloss, or is it a lip oil? Plumping lip gloss. Okay, this isn't for me. I think it's epic though. I think it is iconic. I think it's super cool. The packaging is pink. Everything is Barbie pink. I think it is super cool. I just, no, I don't need it. And I can like, sometimes you have to be honest with yourself. And this is the thing, I've said this before. Sometimes you can look at something and be like, wow, that is so cool. And unless you know that you are going to use this and love this and get good use out of it, get your money's worth out of it, it doesn't become prettier because you're looking at it in your house. It's okay to just admire things from afar sometimes, and that's what I'm doing with this Barbie collab. I'm admiring it from afar. I think it's cool, I think it's beautiful, I think it's a smart collab, but I don't need it. I don't need to buy it. I don't need to be the one trying it. So I'm gonna leave that to others. Another collab that I think is super cool is the Colourpop and Stranger Things collection. I had no idea that this was coming, but honestly, isn't this such an iconic Halloween collection for Colourpop? I think this palette reminds me a little bit of the like the palettes that they did, like the Naruto one, the Avatar The Last Airbender, they did another one that had a similar layout, but this one seems to be a little bit more muted, a little bit more gray leaning. I love a red and a yellow. Listen, some people say like, oh, we don't need any more of those. I'm like, I don't mind if there's a red and a yellow. I love that in a palette. I think the packaging of this is really cool. I think it's a lip mask or a waffle lip mask in a little waffle jar. That is cute. That is cute. I mean, they made an effort. I also think that it's like a pH changing cream blush. So it's like a black to a, I'm guessing, fuchsia. You know, that's what you're getting. Honestly, I think it's cool. I probably am not getting this in PR. I have not been getting a lot of Colourpop PR this year. So I think, actually, I will not be making a Colourpop order until I'm back. So this video will already be live. And before I make an order, I can look through the comments. Do you want me to buy the entire collection? Or are you okay with me only trying out the eyeshadow palette? Or is there one thing specific in here that you're like, no, please try out XYZ? Let me know in the comments, because I will make an order and I will be buying the eyeshadow palette, and I also will be buying some of those matte lipsticks. But is there anything else from this collection? Oh, and also that other collection that launched, I will be making a big Colourpop order. So honestly, if there's anything of these newer things from Colourpop that you would like me to review that I haven't shown on my channel yet, let me know, and we'll do a full video like what's new with Colourpop, what's worth picking up versus not. So let me know in the comments, what do you want to see? If you want to order from Colourpop, you can use my code Angelica and you will get some money off. That code is affiliated, and I think it only works on things that aren't already discounted. So it doesn't work on sale items, and I also don't think they work on bundle items, but they work on other things. But let me know what you would like to see. Open for suggestions. If I see a lot of people saying like, please pick up this thing, or if I see a comment that has like 30 likes, I'll pick it up. I'll take one for the team. There's also a holiday collection from Lawless, and I think they did they not do a palette last year for holiday as well? I still have not tried out the Lawless eyeshadow formula. I don't think I've tried it. I never got around to it. Usually Lawless does send me things in PR though. Do you want me to try it out? Let me know what you think. Again, I am open for suggestions. I usually get Lawless PR. I mean, I love Lawless things. I think Lawless makes really amazing makeup. I brought a couple of Lawless things here. I've been using the Amaretto lip balm this entire week so far. I think it's really great. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this. I think this color story is the kind of color story that a lot of people love, which is a neutral leaning, almost washed out little gray scale neutrals that will probably work on a lot of different undertones. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. Not my absolute favorite, but also it's because, I mean, you can tell I'm a clown. And now, of course, we also have to talk about the Pat McGrath holiday collection. I talked about the sneak peek of this last week, but as my video was going up, I hadn't seen the full collection, but now she's been able to show us. I know a lot of people were super disappointed that there wasn't a Mothership palette in here. Personally, I never fell in love with the Motherships. Not because I think they're bad quality, but only because I don't think they're worth the price tag. I don't think that they are special enough to warrant the price tag that they have. I think I can get something that I enjoy working with equally or sometimes even more for less money. And I also personally, I do prefer Natasha Denona's formula over Pat McGrath. Not that Pat McGrath's formula is bad. No, sometimes you just have different preferences. I will say, I did see one of the, because I have been going to the makeup shops here in Melbourne. I will have a video actually taking you shopping here in Melbourne. And I saw the, was it the, not the Bronze Seduction. It was like a palette that came out kind of recently. Maybe it was the latest Mothership palette that came out. It looked really beautiful in real life. I gotta be honest with you, it looked very stunning. Would I be able to create something similar with what I have at home? Yes. Do I still think that seeing that palette in real life made me go like, ooh, yeah, it was kind of epic. I thought it was really pretty. This collection here has some 5-pan palettes. It has one of those bigger palettes that she usually has for holiday. There's some lip kits, and then there are some eyeshadow duos, and I actually think the eyeshadow duos are really pretty. If this had been a matte and a shimmer, honestly I would have picked one up. This is me being totally honest, because I think the black one is a black with glitter and a gold. I won't get use out of that. But had the green one been a green matte and a green shimmer, or even the pink one been a pink shimmer and a pink matte, I probably would have picked it up, only because I do travel a lot now lately, and what I like to bring is smaller palettes, and I honestly think that bringing a duo like that, it would have brought me a little bit of joy. So I'm just like, I actually think little duos are so nice. Should I look at the price? So the big palette is $79, $76. That doesn't surprise me at all. The smaller eyeshadow palettes are $38. The duos are $25. Is that affordable? No. But I don't think $25 for a Pat McGrath duo is horrible, as long as it's good quality. I just wish it would have been a matte and a shimmer. Honestly, I would have bought one. But let me know what you think about this collection. Was this something that you were looking at and you were like, oh, that's really nice, I actually really want to purchase that? Please let me know. We have to talk about the fact that Holo Taco, which is Christine from Simply Nailogical's brand, that's her own brand, is now available at Ulta, and I honestly think that's so cool and so well deserved. I still have not tried any of their nail polishes, but I gotta say, I am now very, very, very intrigued, and I kind of want to go and get one. So if there's any available next time I do an Ulta order, I probably will pick one up, because I do love nail polishes, and every now and then, now I have some nail art on, but every now and then I paint my own nails instead of doing like some color at the salon. So I think that could be really fun. I still haven't tried the brand. This is the perfect opportunity for me to do so. Do you love the brand? Because I've heard so many people say that this is their favorite nail polish formula. Last thing that we're going to talk about is Makeup Revolution is doing a collab with Disney's Alice in Wonderland, and there is a bunch of different things in this collection. I hate the eyeshadow palette. You see, this looks very jumbled up, but you close this and it is like the shape of the Mad Hatter's hat. Absolutely not. For me, eyeshadow palettes that are like that, the cardboard that's like in the shape of something, for me that's screams kids makeup. I don't like that at all. I wish it didn't look like that. But there also are some kind of cool stuff in here. There are some lashes, there are the lip balm duos, there are the little twins with the striped t-shirts. That's really cute. And then there also is the rabbit like headband with the little ears. If you are a big fan of Alice in Wonderland, there are a couple of stuff in here, and I honestly think that with a couple of these things, they actually did a really good job. And I feel like with Makeup Revolution, they're definitely much better than they used to be, and every now and then they get a hit that's like, wow, this is so good, I can't believe how good this is. And I don't know if I'm getting this in PR or not. Sometimes I do get stuff like this in PR, and if you would like me to try it, let me know. I was just looking if there was anything else that I wanted to try. Let me talk about. Let me see. Nothing at Trend Mood. I think that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed like casual new makeup releases, just sitting on the floor talking about the new makeup. I think that lipstick from MAC, I think that will probably be the one that I purchased. Was there anything else where I was like, I really want that? Oh yeah, the Colourpop releases, of course. But I did talk about how I do want to review everything from Colourpop this year, so I will be making an order from them when I get back. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you would like me to try from Colourpop. Definitely open for suggestions. I will be picking up the eyeshadow palettes, and then I'll add some stuff that you are like really wanting to hear about. But I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day, an amazing weekend. There will be videos next week, but I will officially be on vacation next week, so sometimes I pop into the comments and answer some comments, but if you don't see me for a bit, it's because I'm out gallivanting, enjoying my life. So I hope that you're gonna have a great time as well. I will be updating a little bit more on Instagram stories in case you're using Instagram. Thank you again so much, Factor, for sponsoring this video, and I will see you again, I think Tuesday, for a new video. Bye!